Hi, welcome to She Spice. Ray J was the last individual to see her live. Ray J's reality recently got significantly hazier, and Nicki Minaj is going to uncover a few insights he's been concealing. This isn't just about notoriety. This goes a lot more profound. That is, where you simply draw the line on companionship and hanging out and supporting and being cool. It's like is finished. No, that is all there is to it. For what reason did Diddy's children defy him? And what insider facts is he keeping about the clouded side of Hollywood? I'm not expressing what ultimately depends on puff like that at any point in the future. Was Ray J simply safeguarding himself or safeguarding something greater? Furthermore, what might be said about his connections to Clive Davis, a man covered in tales after Whitney's sad passing? Are these associations just industry, business, or something else? Vile dead Ray J was the last individual to see her alive. He let the street pharmacist in. However, she was level-headed, right? Yet, he let the street pharmacist in and tried it out. So what happens when Nicki Minaj presses Ray J about his new fights in Hollywood and his baffling connections to one of the business's most influential men? Clive Davis simply kept going weak. On October 30th, Nicki Minaj plunked down with Ray J on Instagram Live, and things got genuine rapidly, however, while Nicki's line of addressing appeared to be relaxed. At first, she dove into Ray J's unsettling history with the Combs family and afterward dropped a startling stunner about Clive Davis. Were you simply battling in the club indeed or no? I don't need not no. We didn't have a battle, we had a major contention. Just external the club. This time I assume I got clearly, and got forceful, yet it was the third time this occurred. Thus, I felt like I expected to go to bat for myself, even however I was talking and we was having a parcel of insane words. I was strolling that method for keeping away from the issue. Ray J affirmed that things got warmed at the party after Diddy Child's methodology him apparently upset, yet this wasn't the in it. Tile time they had conflicted by Ray J. The Brushes family had recently attempted to go up against him over articulations he made about their dad Diddy explanations so dangerous. Even Chris Brown needed to step in at one highlight maintain order. So what precisely Ray J say to light this degree of outrage? And for what reason did Diddy children feel so constrained to protect their father's distinction against Ray J's cases? How about we figure out the One Wish vocalist showed up on Minaj's Instagram Live on Wednesday, October 30th, and point by point what went down among him and the Brushkin at a Halloween party this past end of the week in the wake of being asked point clear by Nicki assuming that he was battling in the club. Ray J answered, no, we didn't have a battle, we had a major contention just outside the club. This time I assume I got clearly and got forceful, yet it was the third time this occurred. So I felt like I expected to defend myself despite the fact that I was talking and we were having a great deal of insane words. I was strolling that approach to keep away from the issue. So that occurred also. It's lamentable this story takes us to an elite Halloween party in Los Angeles, where Ray ended up face-to-face with Diddy's children Justin Christian. What's more, Quincy. So the number of them was 2, 3, what I don't know, like 8, goodness. So it was them at 8, and they attempted to rush you for genuine definitely as per reports, Arts, and Diddy. Children didn't take up to have a ride. They accompanied a message, and they weren't leaving without making it heard, as indicated by MZ. Quincy, Justin, and Christian almost got into a physical altercation with Beam J beyond Powerhouse Terrara Electra's late Halloween party in Los Angeles. After the party enveloped with the early hours of the morning, Ray J was supposedly faced by Diddy's children, who took issue with how he's been discussing their father freely, yet similarly as things were going to get at appalling. Chris Brown suddenly hopped in to isolate the different sides out of the blue. Chris Brown jumps out of the vehicle like a cracking leprechaun out of the mystically delectable sky, and sincerely, he starts separating it. Might it at some point be that Beam J's analysis of Diddy went excessively far? This is allegedly the most recent conflict between Diddy's children and Ray J. They've supposedly moved toward him a few times before because of the remarks that Ray J has made about Diddy's progressing legitimate circumstance 10 days before. That's what this Diddy's children clarified. They're remaining by their father in the middle of the serious legitimate difficulty that he's in his family. A public explanation expressing the previous month has crushed our family. Many have judged both him and the US in light of allegations, paranoid notions, and bogus stories that have spiraled into craziness on online entertainment. We stand join, supporting you constantly. We clutch reality, realizing it will win, and nothing will break the strength of our family. We miss you and love you, Father. Might this at some point have been an arrangement by Diddy himself? And we should not forget Whack 100 didn't keep down. Possibly he has words for Diddy's children that nobody would be able to overlook. Could I at any point put the other stuff out that we've been knowing about? Are they excessively youthful? Like that? I created some distance from it, like later in the discussion with a Nicki. Ray J point by point one of his past disagreements with Diddy's children, saying first off they attempted to battle me before in a lodging. Justin said we should take a blur. I could do without what you're referring to with my pops. He added, they attempted to be presumptuous to me. It was in another aspect I feel miserable that savagery is at the front of this, and we shouldn't do that yet. What precisely does he have any idea about that has him so started up, and is Ray J, truth be told, prepared to take a chance with everything and squeal on Diddy regardless of whether it implies confronting risk himself. A couple of months prior, Ray J plunked down for a meeting with the Craft of Discourse and didn't keep down on his response to film showing Diddy supposedly attacking Cassie in a Los Angeles lodging in 2016. Knowing Diddy for many years, Ray J couldn't conceal his profound disillusionment, portraying Diddy's activities in the video as remarkable. It's not all right, Ray J commented, when someone's in a position where we look dependent upon them, anticipating that they should be a pioneer in a space we as a whole are striving to arrive at. That conduct is simply unsuitable. It's not okay. You know when someone is around someone, and we're depending on them to be one of our forerunners in a space that all of us are attempting to get to, that is not satisfactory to Ray J made obviously his regard for Diddy had endured a serious shot, implying that he no longer needed to keep their companionship flawless in the wake of seeing the recording. I mean, perhaps it's excusable in an otherworldly sense, like you excuse everybody except it's remarkable. He said, that is what you simply define a boundary on fellowship and hanging out and supporting and being cool. It resembles it's done, you know, and that is all there is to it. Ray J didn't keep down on his sentiments in any event, proposing that Diddy could require an expulsion and calling his activities toward Cassie Psy evil. Ray J's disappointment was unmistakable as he proceeded. It's not something individuals can simply brush off. You can't do that. It's not all right. It's not cool. Period. He said the video was lamentable, despicable, and unsuitable. I've seen nothing like that in my life. I don't have the foggiest idea what sort of devil you are. Nevertheless, someone needs to play out a mother-effacing expulsion, and quick. I don't understand what sort of evil presence you are. Nevertheless, you realize someone needs to frame an expulsion. Truth pondering Diddy's future in the diversion industry, Ray J likewise hypothesized that while Diddy could keep his monetary security, his standing in Hollywood had taken a serious blow. Life in this industry happens without specific individuals at the point when their participation in the club gets denied. Ray J made sense of it's finished, so there's no space for botches like that at that level. You can't do that. It's indefensible in the event that you set up a party this evening. Those best individuals on your list, if people to attend, they will not be there. Anybody setting up a party tomorrow, an establishment, whatever has substance to it, certain individuals just won't be welcomed any longer. In any case, the artist and reality star additionally affirmed to Nicki that the conflict was over. Remarks I was making on my show, alluding to his fairly strange talk about, is being taken on his We series The Truth Check, with Ray J talking on his new web series, The Rude Awakening with Ray J, The One Wist. Artist said individuals are getting denied of not just their cash and their otherworldliness, they're getting denied of their womanhood, and their masculinity. Asses are being taken in manners that no one would be able to make sense of. Do you laugh? Do you snicker? Do you assist with doing? You condemn in light of the fact that I see a ton of jokes out there, the present moment discussing child oil, he added, referring to the 1,000 containers of salve that were supposedly seized during the attacks on Diddy's homes recently. Everyone got a kid about having child oil in lube. Is that all right? Is simply the message that was entertaining. Fam, now, what I try not to utilize child oil lube At times, this improves it. In another new interview with Shannon Sharpe, Ray J didn't stop at voicing his dissatisfaction. He said he accepts Diddy merits more than analysis. He merits public discipline. The home slice needs a public whip. That is the main way it will whip to be made right, he said enthusiastically. With a public whip, Ray J even went to whatever extent to recommend that Diddy ought to be limited, with his options raised and given 100 lashes. The home slice needs a public whip. Better believe it's the main way it's going to get. It's the main way it's going to be right with a public whip like you. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.